Hello, and welcome to another of our weekly devotionals. I'm Cathy Millar, and during the Summer of Wisdom series, we are spending time with some of the wise people in our midst who call St. Andrew's home. Today, our focus is on generous giving that comes from the abundance we have been blessed with. And today, we are at the home of Thelma Wagner, who I fondly call the plant whisperer. You may remember Thelma telling the children's story earlier this year when she was growing life from an amaryllis bulb, which I have right here. As you can see, it looks very lifeless. And over the weeks, we watched that seemingly lifeless bulb grow into a thing of beauty right before our eyes. And looking around her garden now, you can see with your own eyes why I call Thelma the plant whisperer. So Thelma, thank you very much for welcoming us into your lovely garden this afternoon. Can you please tell us what this garden means to you?
I see myself as the keeper of the garden. You know, God provides everything I need, although I didn't need the hail, to create and maintain this garden. The soil and the nutrients, the moisture, the warmth of the sun, so that the plants will not only grow but thrive. And God has blessed me with special gifts to help the garden grow and come to life. You know, God and I grow the garden together. Really, the garden represents life. God is master and has blessed us with gifts in abundance. We honor God by using our time, our talents, and our resources wisely. And by giving generously from the fruits of our labor, we show gratitude to all that God has done and continues to do for us and through us.
Well, Thelma, you mentioned abundance just now. And when I look around here at all this beautiful abundance in your garden, I'm just amazed. And can we use this as a metaphor for our own lives?
Absolutely. I know in my own life, I have been blessed with having more than enough. And I'll take the garden, for example. I can't possibly use all the produce from my garden. As you can see, there is much more than I need. So to share this abundance brings me great joy, both for me as the giver and for those who leave with their baskets full. As long as our needs are provided for, we enjoy abundance in our lives. You know, as Proverbs 11:25 reminds us, that a generous person will prosper, that whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. I don't grow this garden to keep it all to myself. I do so because it brings me great joy to share the fruits of my labor with others who don't have the time or space. It is a metaphor for how God calls us to live our lives joyfully and generously through giving back to Him in gratitude.
Proverbs 3, verse 9, also talks about the first fruits of the harvest, yet another garden connection. How does that verse resonate with you personally?
There is a hymn based on that proverb, and it's hymn 661 in our hymn book, We Give Thee But Thine Own. I'm not going to sing it because of COVID, but I'm going to read, We give thee but thine own, whate'er the gift may be, all that we have is thine alone, a trust, O Lord, from thee. When people brought their offering to God, it was a sign of gratitude and trust, grateful for what God had provided and trusting that God would continue to provide. When we learn to give first, rather than giving God the leftovers after we have taken of our own needs and wants, we are making an important statement that faith, rather than fear, will guide our lives. It is a choice we all make, and I choose faith and trust to guide my life. By following the command of Jesus to seek the kingdom of God, we demonstrate our trust that God will provide for our day-to-day needs.
Is there anything else you would like to share with us today about gardening and growing?
The church is much like planting and tending to a new tree. We do all that we can to maintain a healthy environment for growth. We are intentional about investing our time, talent, and treasure to make sure this faith community thrives and matures for future generations, benefiting from our constant nurture and care, just as past generations have done to ensure we are able to enjoy the fruits of their labor of love. So this is how we grow life together with God.